Hey guys, it's Jordan from Bad Kitty Soap, and I am super excited to welcome you to our new YouTube channel. Insert applause here. In honor of our very first video, I will be showing you how to make a super cool, super refreshing pear soap. It's going to be fantastic. Without any further ado, let's get dangerous. Okay, so we have everything nice and set up. We've got our melted oils at about 105 degrees. Nice. We've got our lye water down to about 115 degrees. And we already added some sodium lactate to this, so this should make a nice hard bar. These are going to be the colors and scents that we're working with. We are working with Mad Mica colors. So this one is going to be mint julep. Whoop, you cannot see that. That is fine. You will see it in the end result. This is going to be a bit of that same green mint julep color with some added banana split. Whoop. And then we also have some white mica, Snow White from Mad Micas. I like this over using titanium dioxide because I always struggle and get those little white dots in my soap. So I feel like mica is just a little bit easier. Might not be that bright white, but for this purpose, that is totally fine. The scent we're working with today is from Brambleberry. It is crisp Anjou pear. It's super, super light, super crisp, as the name says, but it's also, y'all didn't see that, super easy to work with. It's a clear oil, does not discolor, does not accelerate, rice, the whole 9 yards. That's fine. Poured a little bit too much anyway. Alright, so with that, we're going to go ahead and mix our lye water into the oils very gently. But first, we'll go ahead and put our stick blender in. And just gently burp it on the bottom of the bowl to let out any air bubbles that might be hidden under the blender. I'll take this, get rid of my stir, and then we'll super slowly, super gently just run the lye water down the stick of the blender. Wow, that fragrance oil that I definitely did not spill smells delicious. If there was one to spill, it would be this one. Alright, let's get all that oil out of there, or all that lye water. Gently tap, and we'll reserve it to put the stick blender in. So we're just going to give it a few swirls. Go ahead and mix that lye in. And now we blend. So we are seeing those nice trails, so I think it is at a good consistency to start adding color and fragrance oil too. So go ahead and put the stick over there. Make sure it's at frame for now. Cool. So now we're going to try to relatively evenly pour it into our 3 containers over here. And let's scooch this over. And then we scrape it in. Hua, hua. My mad scraping technique. And then we whoop. I love and hate this bowl so much. It is very sturdy, clearly, and it holds, shoot, I think I just blended like 50 ounces. But when I need to actually get things out of it, it is a pain because it is heavy. Alright, put this over to the side. So now we'll kind of redistribute among our containers. So this is actually a good amount here. In this one, it's about 500 milliliters. So we'll kind of eyeball. So 500 milliliters on this one is about here. So we'll eyeball it in and hope for consistency. Alright, that'll do. Then we bloop. Alright, this one has a little less than 500, but that is totes fine. So what we're going to do, let's go ahead and add our white to this one. We will do our darkest green to this one. And then our kind of yellowy green to this one. This is the one I will be able to get the best pour on, so I want to make sure this one is going to be pretty controlled. So I think this will be the coolest color. So now we start. So since this fragrance oil does not really discolor, we're going to go ahead and add it to all of our colors, which is awesome. Scent will be dispersed well throughout the soap. And keep in mind, I'm just kind of eyeballing to try to get like equal parts in each soap. It doesn't really matter. Just don't dump all your fragrance oil in one. And then we slowly mix it in. Oh, she's wet. Oh my gosh, that pear scent is just so beautiful. Oh, there are some dogs. Ooh, nice. Go ahead and mix it up into this one. So we might need to let these rest a little bit to kind of thicken back up. This is pretty loose for the swirl I was wanting to do. But we will make it work. Perfect. Move these bad boys over here, and we will get our mold. So this bad boy right here, this was a birthday present. I love him very much. You can see this is a gorgeous, whoop, there's the camera, Brambleberry tall and skinny mold. I love it to death. The only thing that I do not like is that despite having a total filling capacity of 50 ounces, you should really only fill it up to about 45, otherwise the sides will bow out. I have a handy fix for that. Well, not so much handy as more as making the best of the situation, and I love this mold so much I was determined to make it work. But you will see that in a little bit. Alright, so what we are aiming for is we want a cute little swirl going on with the 3 colors we've got. So we're just going to go ahead and kind of plop each color in, kind of willy-nilly, and see how it goes. You can kind of see already, I don't know how much you can see on here, you have a nice difference in green colors, which will look super cute in the final result. Alright, let's do this one. points, so we tap, tap, tap. Nice. So yeah, those air bubbles are definitely coming out now. So now for the type of swirl I am looking to do, we will use our handy dandy hanger swirl tool. So what we're going to do is we're just going to try to get to about the size of the mold, a little bit less usually. And we just plop it down the side and do some crazy types of movements. This will just help really break through those layers of color. Kind of give it a fun little design. There we go. Put this in our handy dandy utility sink. Go ahead and tap, tap, tap a little bit more because I do see some air bubbles still coming up. Which might distort some of our nice swirls, but important to get those on out. Perfect. All right. So now we're going to start to decorate the top. It might be a little too early to do a full textured top. As you can see, it's still pretty jiggly. But you'll go ahead and do a nice design on the very top and then finish it up when it's ready. There we go. So she is starting to firm up, just slowly. But in the meantime, while we're waiting for that, I will show you my handy dandy trick of how to work with this mold. So I got a box. This is just like a super old, like Tupperware container that we had sitting around. You could really use anything that is a general like bread boxy shape. But what I do is I just gently transplant the soap into here. And then I just line the sides with cardboard. So what that's going to do is that's going to help give some support to the mold, keep it in place. But the cool thing about this method is it also will help to insulate your soap. So if you want to promote gel phase, this will likely help. And if you don't, well, sorry. I don't know what to tell you. So you can probably see that the mold is no longer bowed. We're getting nice straight lines. So that should help us keep a nice clean bar all the way up. So she still looks a little jiggly. I don't think it's worth testing her out because that'll mess up the top a bit. So now we are ready to texture. So I generally go for thinner, or not thinner, more simplistic tops because whenever I try to do something wild and crazy, I usually mess up and it looks funky. So I prefer simple ones. Also, I just find them kind of easier to use. That's not to say I can't like respect the wild and crazy like spiked tops. I just fail miserably whenever I try this. Let's see if we can just bring this up to you for a closer look. Oh, she's cute. Love it. She's gonna be a pretty one. Alright, so now we spritz the top with some isopropyl alcohol. This will help to make sure that we don't develop any soda ash. And since we, or at least help a little bit. I always get soda ash. But then we just go ahead and put the container top on. And we will cut her soon. Okay, so here we are about 20 hours later. We went ahead and popped our cute hair soap out of the mold, and I have it on our Brambleberry soap cutter. Now, I don't exactly use the soap cutter as it is intended. You're really supposed to take this handy dandy tool, stick it on in the slot, and run your soap through. But that does not exactly work for the soap that we are wanting to do. And I am all about multifunctional devices, so we are going to make it work for this soap. So let's go ahead and get that first cut. So we're just cutting off the soap end to make sure the bars have a nice clean cut. And oh, you can see that nice fade through the colors. We have a little bit of that lime green right here, and then we have the darker mint julep going on. Super cute. And we are going to aim for about 1-inch slices to the extent that we can, but we're not gonna obsess about trying to get that exact. That'll give us a good size bar. So we finished cutting up the soap and we ended up with 10 full-size soap bars and 2 little soap ends that'll be our soap samplers on the Bad Kitty website within 4 to 6 weeks to allow all the soap time to cure, kind of evaporate some of that water so you get a nice harder bar. And you can see we got some really nice, oh, you can't see. There we go. Perhaps. We got some nice swirl action among all the colors, predominantly with that lime green mica that we made from mint julep and banana split, and also just that pure mint julep color. But we did get some nice swirl of the snow white mica throughout as well, so that's going to make a really nice final color since we don't expect any discoloration from the fragrance oil we used. And that is all I have for this video. These will be available, like I said, within 4 to 6 weeks on the Bad Kitty Soap store at badkittysoap.com. If you're not already, definitely follow us on Instagram. I post all kinds of crazy soaping nonsense on there. It's super fun. And definitely stay connected with us. Let us know what you want to see, what you're more interested in seeing, or what kind of scents and soaps you want me to try out in the future. Until next time, happy soaping!